All right, let me tell you a little bit about Tuscany and who we are. 1988, Tuscany was founded as a Tier 2 manufacturer for Ford to build conversion vans. Remember conversion vans back in the day? Well, that's what we did. We morphed into trucks when conversion vans kind of pulled back a little bit and started building a truck called an FTX. And then we started doing the Badlanders, and then we came out with the Black Ops edition. We started doing a lot of partnership stuff. About 2.5 years ago, we were acquired by a company called Fox Factory. And if you don't know who Fox Factory is, look at the shock absorbers on any Raptor you have. Fox builds suspensions for Harley Davidson. They have defense suspensions that they do. There's all kinds of things that they do outside of just trucks, but they build the best suspension packages that you can possibly put on a vehicle. Our partnership with Wounded Warrior started about 8 years ago when we started building Black Ops trucks. So every Black Ops trucks that we build, money goes towards Wounded Warriors. You may remember the Hasbro Tonka trucks. That was one of our products, okay? So everything we do, we're an extension of Ford Motor Company, so a lot of times warranties are going to be the same, and they can be serviced at any Ford dealership in North America. So in 2015, Shelby American came to us and said, hey, we want to partner with you to start a truck project. So in 2016, we started building Shelby F-150s. We build 500 of those a year, and they are official Shelby vehicles. 75% of those trucks are built in Elkhart, Indiana, and Tuscany plant by Shelby. The other 25% are built in Las Vegas. So everything Shelby American now goes through Tuscany or sold through Tuscany. So even the Shelby Super Snake Mustangs and all that is done by us. All right, it's been a great partnership, and Shelby will be the first one to tell you that 6 years ago, 80% of what they built was Mustangs. Now it's like 80% trucks, 20% Mustangs. So there's more trucks being built than anything in the performance world as far as Shelby is concerned. All right, so let's talk about this truck first. This is a brand new model we just came out with. So Black Ops, we built 500 regular Black Ops on an F-150, 250, and 350 dually per year. Okay, only 250 will be built on a Raptor, and this one's actually a low serial number of the 250. I think it's
25.
25. Okay, and that's important because perception's everything. That truck's number 32. Okay, of about 800 that'll get built this year. All right, so basically what we started off with here is a $71,000 Raptor. So it's a fully loaded Raptor. It has the full roof in it, has the tech package, has the navigation, has the heated air-conditioned seats, all the goodies that you can possibly get on it. So from there, we'll do a BDS. It's just kind of a leveling kit to move it up a little bit. BDS is part of Fox Factory, all right? And then we do a 20-inch black stealth wheel all the way around. These are manufactured specifically for us. And by the way, all the parts that we put on these trucks, we don't sell those parts. We're not in the parts business. So customers call us all the time and they want to buy our hoods, they want to buy our wheel flares, they want to buy our wheels, different things. If they don't have a serial number for one of our trucks, we won't sell them the part because we don't want people calling in our product, okay? And people that buy it are buying a very expensive vehicle, and they don't want people knocking it off on a cheap, like putting it on a STX or something and calling it a Black Ops. All right, so we level it up. Now this particular truck got the same shock system that goes on the Baja Raptor. So this is a stage 3 shock system. And it's totally unique, and it's only available on our trucks. It's not available on the general market, okay? And basically what that shock system is, it's a 3-inch external bypass aluminum shock absorber system. You'll see they have an exterior tank with cooling fins, okay? And then on the front of every shock, at the bottom of the shaft, you're gonna see a little gold knob. There's 3 different positions on there. So if you don't like what the computer's doing with this truck, you can get out here and do some manual changes on it. And once again, that part's not available in the general market. It's only available on one of our trucks. We paint the wheel flares to match the body. We paint the rear fender extensions to match the body on this truck. And then of course you see the Black Ops body cladding on the side with the badge. 35 by 20 BF Goodrich KM2 mud terrain tires all the way around. Front steel bumper with a 40-inch curved light bar in the front. You see the Black Ops plate in front. We painted grill match. Come on around the back. Once again, you'll see that shock system with the reservoirs up here. Now we paint all the Ford lettering in the back here. Body color once again to match it. The exhaust system out the back. And then we put a boiler type catback exhaust system in there. Give it a little bit less back pressure. We don't want to do a whole lot of less back pressure, but we want it to sound good. Okay. The steel bumper in the back. So this is a power retractable tonneau cover, and it's a remote control. So the remote control comes with the truck. It's in a packet that it comes with. So you can control that on and off, open or close, however you want to do it. On the interior of the truck, the carbon fiber dash and door trim, center console, the steering wheel, Black Ops floor mats come with this. We embroidered the headrest with Black Ops. Then we'll tint the front windows 50% on this. Then you have the serial number plate, which is right on the center console, right here on the lid. Drop-down power running boards are also standard on this, and this is a steel rock slider. This is to help protect the rocker panels, the doors, and the power board if you do go off-road. So if any of you guys know anything about Jeeps, you know what rock sliders are, okay? Any questions on this?
No, sir.
Okay. Any color Raptor comes in, these come in. But only 250 of them will be built nationwide, so that's it, okay? Something good to talk about, right? Come on over here, we'll do Baja. So 2017, we started doing Baja Raptors, and if you get a chance, go into Shelby.com and go into the videos, and you'll see Vince, our design engineer, went out early one morning in the desert and started jumping dunes in one of these. It's the coolest thing you ever see, and show that to a customer. It'll be really impressive. Stick it up on your website. Yeah, hey, we got this truck, watch this, okay? And it's really cool. So, once again, we start with a fully loaded Raptor, okay? On these, they'll get about roughly a 3-inch lift. It's not exact, but it's roughly a 3-inch lift to get it up a little bit higher. And then we put 18 by 35-inch KM2 mud terrain tires, or BF Goodrich tires, with a unique Shelby wheel. These are faux bead locks. You can't have real bead locks on the highway. There's 6 of these wheels and tires. So just to give you an idea, you've got about $8,000 in wheels and tires on this truck. So you get an idea where the money comes from. Because this truck, the MSRP is $122,000. It starts off as a $72,000 Raptor. So you've got about $8,000 in wheels and tires on this truck. Now we don't paint the extensions. We want to leave it rough looking. 525 horsepower. Drop down right landing boards with the rock sliders. Now this has the same shock system as that. Actually, that has the same shock system as this. It's optional on that truck. On this is standard equipment. Those shocks all the way around, $6,500 just for shocks on this truck. Give you an idea. Okay? All right, in the back, we have the portable exhaust system that we talked about. You see the Shelby Baja Raptor. It gets a different rear steel bumper with the tow hooks, and there's also 10-inch lighted board, lighted LED lights in the corners in the back here. Then you've got the squares here. Chase rack, the 2 spares in the back. So on that chase rack, you'll see a 50-inch LED light bar. And that actually articulates up and down. So if you're going down the highway and push it back, then you won't have to worry about any kind of wind noise. They actually don't put out any wind noise when they're up. But I like to keep mine back when I'm on the highway so I don't have to clean the bugs off. And you can stop it anywhere in between. So if you go off road, you want to shine a light up in the trees or something along those lines, you can. On the front of the truck, let's go here. So you'll notice this has a little bit more aggressive of a front bumper than the other truck does. You got the bar here, you got the tow hooks. Then there's a 40-inch curved light bar right here. We paint the grill or match. And then you'll notice the hood's different. So that's your standard factory hood. This is a two-piece polycarbonate hood. These intakes are used to cool the engine a little better. But you also notice that goes into an air duct right over the top of the air box. So the way this truck is tuned, it's tuned to work the way it's set up. So this is a high flow filter in here. You got a larger Shelby intake tube. You got massive heat exchangers on this truck and a custom tune. So you go from 450 horsepower to 525 horsepower. Here's the magic number: 610 foot-pounds of torque in this truck. This truck's a monster. Okay, it'll pull your home down the road, depending on what kind of home you have. Okay, if you have a double wide, it'll pull it down the road. Now here's an important number right here. This is your CSM number. That's a Shelby serial number. Now, if you guys don't know the history of Shelby, watch the movie Ford versus Ferrari. But here's the heritage of Shelby. Carroll Shelby, when he established his company in 1962, soon after that, a guy named Lee Iacocca approached him about helping with the Ford Mustang program and getting more power out of the Mustang. And in '65, that's when the Shelby Mustang was born. Well, every vehicle that Shelby has built since then goes into a registry. It's about a book, about yay thick, and I sit on it so I can see on my steering wheel. But it's got the information on every Shelby vehicle ever built. And this number is key to that, because when the customer buys this truck, there's a form you'll fill out called a purchaser's agreement. Your customer that bought the supercharged truck had to fill that out. And what that does is a couple things. One, it establishes a warranty. It gets them their second key, because only one key is shipped with a Shelby truck. It gets them a Shelby gift. But most importantly, it gets them in the Shelby registry as the original owner of that truck. So one of the reasons,
that second key thing, would you mind repeating that?
yeah, we have to fill out that purchaser's agreement on this truck or any Shelby truck, because if you don't, they only have one key, and that starts the warranty. But that gets them their second key shipped with a little gift. Okay, but getting into Shelby registry is important. And one of the reasons why Shelby, besides the legend that he is, the reason why people collect these is because they can authenticate it. So if you go to an auction and you see a GT350 KR for sale and you want to authenticate it, you can contact Shelby and authenticate it through that registry. It'll tell you when it was sold, how it was equipped, what the colors were, who's owned it, as long as they keep up the ownership information. So there's a paper trail that goes along with that vehicle. Very important, okay? Other companies that do this type of stuff, they don't do that. And they certainly haven't done it for as long as we have, okay? All right, so on the inside of the truck, there's gonna be another serial number plate like this on the right side of the dash. So you're gonna notice the. Thank you. All right, so you notice the same carbon fiber dash door, center steering wheel trim on this truck. So you're gonna notice a little different, and we have it on that truck too, but it says blackouts. We change out the instrument panel so it has a Shelby Baja instrument panel on it, okay? Then we change out the seat covers with red bolsters to match up with your center steering wheel line, okay? And of course, these are suede sides on here. I'll give you a little bit better traction. We are doing off-road or what have you, okay? We tint the front windows 50% once again. And this is a low serial number truck, so keep that in mind when you're showing these, okay? Any questions? Yeah, they're locked. Yeah, all of them have slime
I was just, as far as putting the vehicle outside, I want to make sure.
Oh yeah, yeah, you're safe.
Wheel locks out there.
So, for you guys that didn't get literature, I got literature here for you to read. I know you guys got them. No?
I got nothing over, so I got to sit. I got a few things from you.
Something to read in that on later.
There you go.
All right, and my business card. Who needs it? Everybody got it?
I got you.
All right, so if you guys have any questions, just give me a call. Now, I'm just like you guys, I'm in the car business, so I don't work 9 to 5. If you're busy with a customer at 8 o'clock in the evening or 2 o'clock on a Saturday afternoon, you got a question, pick up the phone, call me. If you don't want to talk to me on the phone, because I know you got people don't like to talk on the phone, you can text me. I know how to do that too. Or you can email me, okay? But I always keep my phone with me, and I'm always pretty quick about getting back with you. So we want you to be a success with this. We know you will be because you're in a really good market for it. Okay. Now, when your Shelby F-150 comes in, I'll come in and we'll do some walkarounds on that as well. But in the meantime, if you have questions, if you need to talk to a customer, stuff like that, just let me know. Try to help you out. Any questions?
Questions now, guys. This is the time.
Comments, concerns?
So the Shelby F-150 doesn't have the high output motor this one does, correct? Is that
Now,
is that the biggest?
The Shelby F-150 is a 5-liter V8. It's
There you go.
770 horsepower,
Okay,
about 675 foot-pounds of torque.
okay,
So it's a monster. So there's 4 Shelby trucks. So you have the Baja Raptor, you have the Shelby F-150, which is one you got coming. That one's lifted a few inches. It has a Fox suspension on it, and it's supercharged. Then you have the Super Snake F-150, which is a lowered truck. It's slammed to the ground. It's a crew cab. And once again, then you can get that in a 2-wheel drive or 4-wheel drive. And then there's the Super Snake Sport, which you see on the back of the brochure there. All right, so those are regular cab, 4-wheel drive. And they're 770 horsepower. It's a 4-wheel drive pickup truck that goes 0 to 60 in 3.45 seconds. And we already sold out of those. So. But they'll be back again for 2021. 2021 Shelby's. Now just kind of keep this in mind. On the supercharged trucks, they won't be out till late next spring. So even though you've got a 2020 coming, you know, if a customer says, well, 2021s are coming out, I'll wait for that. It'll be a long wait, because by the time we get that truck, which will be November, that's when you guys will start getting them. We still have to prototype and redo the molds. And we have to get recertification from CARB on the superchargers, and all that takes time. So keep that in mind.
Especially when it comes to the Raptor.
Now Raptors, here's another thing.
This is important.
About 20 months before you'll see a Baja Raptor again. And the reason for that is there's no Raptors next year. There's no 2021 Raptors. The 2022 comes out like next July, maybe somewhere around there, July or August, okay? So by the time we prototype that truck and get all the certifications that we need and get it ready to ship to a dealer, it's gonna be February.
of
22.
2022. So guys, these Raptors, someone says, "I'll
rare.
wait until the next body style, or next year rather." They're going to be waiting almost 2 years. So these are, they're going to be waiting a long time.
So I've got another question that I know a lot of people want to know, and that is, do you have something in the works with the Bronco?
Yes.
Okay. Can you tell us anything about that?
I don't know. I just know we're getting them.
Okay,
So,
awesome.
and they'll be pull trucks, so they won't be coming out of your. Everything we do is pull. So our Mustangs and all our trucks, so they don't come out of your allocation. Actually, they increase your allocation. Because when, like for instance, these two Raptors, when you get them in here, they didn't come out of your allocation. When you sell them, they add to your allocation. So you get more later down the road. So, but yeah, we're going to be doing Broncos. They're coming in a pool. At least Ford tells us so. So we do have something planned for them. I just don't know what it is yet. I don't think we will until, I guess they introduce it next month. Is that correct?
That's right.
All right. So, yeah, that's that. But hey, if any of you guys ever go to Vegas, let me know and I'll get you a tour of Shelby.